If you want to work in UX UI design, you need to have a good portfolio. It showcases your skills to potential employers or clients, and it also sets the tone to the type of project you want to be hired to do in the future. In this video, I'm sharing my framework with actionable tips for you to build your portfolio and land more opportunities in UX. And in the end, I'm sharing how you can structure your portfolio. Let's get started. My framework highlights four aspects that you need to cover to build a remarkable portfolio. For you to remember these aspects, just remember that your portfolio needs to be cute. The first aspect is that your portfolio needs to be curated. A portfolio is not a gallery where you're going to display all the work you've done in your career, interface after the other, with just some tiny little tag at the corner saying what that is about. You're going to carefully select 3 to 5 projects that really showcase your skills, that you're really proud of. To select these projects, you must consider how solid the project was. So that is, how good the interfaces turn out to be. If you got to have a clear design process where you had ideation, research, testing, wireframing, and etc. And also the impact of your work if you have the numbers. And also, if that's the type of project that you want to do more of in the future, you need to understand that your portfolio works as a sort of magnet. So if people see lots of branding work on your portfolio, you're more likely to be hired to do brand identity than UX UI design because people are not going to be able to tell that you work with UX UI design. Now to the actionable tip for a curated portfolio. On a piece of paper, answer, what type of project enables my skills to really shine? What type of design work do I want to do more in the future? And in which industry? The more specific you are here, the better. Which from my past projects really highlights the skills that I have? It's okay if you have projects that you don't want to show it to the world. You're able to leave those out of your portfolio. If you don't have any experience in a desired area or even no experience at all, it's not a problem. What you need to do is for you to create 3 to 5 projects for you to develop on your own. The second aspect of your portfolio is that it has to be user-centered. Your portfolio gives a taste of what it's like to work with you. So it's important that the navigation is seamless and that the user is able to focus on what's most important, that is your content. When it comes to minding the experience of the person analyzing your portfolio, there are a couple of things you need to keep in mind. So there is context. As I mentioned before, your portfolio is not going to be a simple collection of interfaces. Rather, you're going to take those 3 to 5 projects and develop case studies for each one of them. You're going to highlight what the problem was, what solutions you brought, and how was the process going from problem to solutions to interfaces. If you're interested in a specific video about case studies, let me know in the comments. You also need to keep in mind the medium. You need to ensure that the navigation for the user is positive, that they're able to read all the text that you have there, that they're able to really see the interfaces that you're bringing. And that's going to affect the place where you're going to host your portfolio. And lastly, treat your portfolio like a true design project. So to ensure a good experience for the user, in this case, a recruiter or a potential client, you need to test. So grab the link, try it out in different devices, share with your friends, and collect feedback. Something that may seem very obvious to you because you were doing that project may not be for someone reading it for the first time. The actionable tip for you to have a user-centered portfolio is for you to take a screenshot of this list where I bring all the steps that you can follow to bring your portfolio to life and add those tasks into your calendar based on your availability and also how much time you think that you're going to take to do each thing. It's very important that you set tangible and achievable goals. The third aspect is that your portfolio needs to be tasteful. Although the content of your case studies are extremely important, the visual aspect of it cannot be too far behind. As you are a designer, you're expected to follow some concepts like visual hierarchy, focus order, readability, contrast, and etc. And those things cannot be set aside on your portfolio. Also, concerning the visual aspect of your portfolio, you need to bring your interfaces, so your projects, into their applications. So the person seeing your portfolio can actually see how that's going to feel like for the user. Let me give you an example. Let's say you designed a web page. Just showing the screen may not be clear for the user that you're talking about a website. So in this case, it's very helpful for you to consider bringing that screen inside a laptop mockup. Again, what's very clear for you may not be to the person seeing your portfolio for the first time. The actionable tip for a tasteful portfolio is for you to start creating a mood board. That's going to be a collection of some visual inspirations of how you want your portfolio to look and feel like. And also take your screens and start applying them into those mockups that we were talking about. And the last aspect is that your portfolio needs to be easy for you to set up, easy for you to update, and easy for people to find. The best place for you to host your portfolio is going to be the place that is going to allow you to do that. And that's going to vary from person to person. If you want to set up a professional website for your portfolio, which honestly, it's my suggestion, I recommend you looking into Webflow, Framer, or Squarespace. Other two options used among designers are Notion and Behance. Make your research, experiment, and choose the one that's best for you. When it comes to updating your portfolio, my suggestion is for you to set up a reminder every 6 months for you to look back on the projects that you worked on those past 6 months and bring to your portfolio. At this moment, it's good to take the time to review the projects that are already there and make updates if needed. Remember that your portfolio must showcase your current skills. So it's okay for you to go back and update a design even if it doesn't get deployed. Lastly, make it easy for people to find. Have it under your social media bios, under the About section on LinkedIn, and also don't forget to add a link on your resume. The actionable tip is for you to take a day for you to make some research on these tools that I told you about and start experimenting. Once done, it's time for you to start building your portfolio, which is going to take us to the structure of it. You can follow one of these three options depending on the amount of projects that you're going to have. So at the top, you're going to have your name in your tagline. So that is what makes you different from other designers. And then cards for each one of your case studies. They're going to have an image, so a cover image, a title with the name of the project, and then a very brief description in just one sentence telling what that was about. A tip that I give for you is to not have those 3 to 5 cards into a sort of carousel or slider. It's best if you show all those 3 to 5 projects to the recruiter or clients, and they're going to click the one that they're more interested in, which is usually related to the type of project that the company is building. At the top left, you can have your logo or simply your name, and at the top right, you can have some extra pages like an About section, which I find really nice for you to bring a little bit more about your personality, about your experience and background, and also a way for people to contact you. By following the CUTE framework, your portfolio is going to be curated, user-centered, tasteful, and easy, which is everything you need for an outstanding portfolio. If you like this video, I invite you to check out this one, where I bring 3 mind shifts that completely revolutionize and improve the way that I design. See you in the next one. Happy designing!